Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are having an amazing day. So in today's video, we are going to explore one of the most trending topic in Google Cloud Platform, that is Gemini. So let's understand what exactly Gemini is. So basically Gemini is Google's latest multimodal AI model designed to understand and generate not just a text but also images, audio and video. It's part of Google's generative AI offers under the Vertex AI platform, and it is super powerful for building AI powered application like chatbot, content generator and many more. So in this video we'll be using Gemini's text generation capabilities to create something exciting, that is, we'll create a cricket match history app. So in that what we'll do, or how we will build this application, so in that we'll simply use a front end using, or we'll create a front end using React.js. Then we'll create a backend API using Node.js and Express. Then we'll integrate Gemini API to fetch generated summaries, and we'll display the content on UI. And yes, we will learn how to enable the Gemini API and create a secure API key and connect it with our app. The goal is to give you a quick and effective way to use Google's AI service to build smart real-time applications. So without wasting any more time, let's dive in and get started with an actual implementation, and make sure to follow along step by step. And by the end of this video, you will have a very own AI powered cricket match history app running with Gemini on GCP. So let's get started. So I have created a small React app, and in that in the app.js I have created a small app where we can fetch the data for the cricket match history using the AI. So in that what I have created this handle generate function, and in that we have created a small generate API on the backend side, and in that we'll just hit this API, and in the backend side we will make the Gemini API. We will call the Gemini API, and using this API key, and we'll fetch the data, and accordingly will the return data will be send it back to the front end, and we'll map this using this response, and we'll save it on the set response. Then we'll map this response on the UI part in the return section like here. So in this we'll map this response on the UI. In this way I have updated this app.js and created this a small app. Let's quickly, I'll show you how I created the backend code. So in that I have created a separate folder for the backend, and in that I have created the server.js file, and in that I have created a post API to fetch the content from using this Gemini API, where we can map our created key API key and we'll fetch the data. So in that we pass this summary match or match summary to the API, and we'll fetch it and respond back to the front end. So let's quickly create the API key using this Google Cloud portal or GCP portal. So let's go to the GCP console. I'll quickly go to the GCP console. So I'm using the free trial account. So in that I have created one project. So for the YouTube or the demonstration purpose, I have created this YouTube project. So you can create, if you want, you can create like clicking this new project window. It will open a new window where you can fill the details to create the new project, but I'll use the existing one. So in that what we'll do, we'll first enable the Gemini, or we'll quickly go to the side menu and go to this APIs and services, and it will open a new window where you can see the couple of options like the libraries, credentials and many more. So in that we'll go to this library section to enable the Gemini API, and we'll search for the Gemini. Here you can click on the Gemini first option and you can enable it, like click on this Gemini for cloud. So once, it will take some time to enable this API. And once you're done with this, then again we'll go to this Gemini API, and then we'll again enable this Gemini API. So I have already enabled, but in your case you can click on this enable button and then try to enable this Gemini API. So now let's quickly again go to this API and services, and then in that let's create the API. So let's click on the credentials, and here you can see the new window is appeared on the UI, and you can see there is one separate button to create the credentials. So what we'll do, we'll create a API key. So let's click on this create credentials. It will show the couple of options. So what we have to create, we have to create a API key. So let's click on the API key. It will take some time to creating the API key, and if you see the API key is created. So let's copy this API key, and you can check or click on this created API key, and you can restrict the uh, key restrictions, or you can add the restriction over the key. So you can add the application restrictions, where what are the websites do you want to restrict, or the IP address, or the apps. Then you can restrict the APIs also. So you can restrict the API by selecting these APIs, for example the BigQuery APIs and many more. So right now we are doing this for the demonstration purpose, so I'll keep it open. So I will not add any restriction to access this app, but in your case, as per the requirement, you can add the restrictions. So let's go back again. I have already copied the key, so let's go to our backend code and let's paste our generated key, and then let's save, and let's start the backend server. So node server.js, and if you see, the server is running on the port 5000. Now it's time for to up the front end. So I will do this npm start. So now our app is running on the localhost 3000 port. So now let's open on the inspect mode to check how the API works. So now let's see how it works, how it fetches the data using this Gemini API. So I'll enter the detail. I want India versus Australia World Cup 2011 match history. I want this. So let's click on the generate summary. If you see, the generate API is getting called, and it returns the response. You can see the response, the candidature, content, and divided in the part, and you can see the 2011 World Cup quarterfinal between India and Australia. It was a thrilling match, and you can see the Australia batted first and scored 260 by 6 wicket, and then India chased successfully and scored 261 by 7 wicket. But yeah, in this way you guys can fetch the historical or the data, or create your own, or you can build your own app and integrate or fetch the data according to your requirement. So you can create the image recognition app, so you can upload the image, and accordingly it will show you or explain you the content of the image, what image exactly is, and many more. So I have already created one of the video using this Azure AI services to image recognition and the text to speech and speech to text in my previous video. So if you want to explore in the Azure how it works, you can check out my previous videos. And now I created this match history app using this Gemini API. A quick recap what we have seen so far. So in that we have created or enabled this Gemini and the Gemini API, and we generated a API where we can restrict the API as per the requirement, but in our case we are using this for the demo purpose, so we have not restricted this API, and then we use this API on our backend code and will integrate with frontend and backend to fetch the match history data. So that's it. So that's how you can build your own app using Gemini API and explore the power of Google Generative AI on GCP. If you found this video very helpful, then make sure to like, share and subscribe to support the channel. It really helps me to keep bringing you more content like this. Stay tuned for more exciting tutorials and deep dives in cloud technologies and AI. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and have a great day.